3, 2. Welcome to Android App Addicts, episode number 15. The show about Android apps and other good Android stuff. We hope that you enjoy this show that we kind of just put together every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time if you want to watch us live. And we always have a good time, so I hope that you guys enjoy it too. What we do is we bring Android apps to the table. Android news, Android goodies, gadgets, and stuff that we see. I have some gadgets I want to talk about actually this episode. And how we do it is me and three other hosts do the show, and let me introduce them for you right now. First off, I'd like to introduce the door-to-door geek, Steve McLaughlin. He's in the upper right-hand corner of your screen if you're watching this on video. What's up, Steve?
Hello all. A lot of stuff is up.
Okay. I know you have some news for us. In the middle of your screen is Tim Kelly from timscomputerfix.com. Hello, Tim.
Hello, Steve. Hello, everyone.
Hello. And the bottom right-hand corner of your screen from smdcomputer.net is Steve D'Amico. Hello, Steve.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. And I'm Steve Cherubino. If you don't know that, then now you do. All right. Now, before we start, I think we should probably start with Door since he has some news, which is maybe a little surprising to some, I would say. So we'll start with Door. Door, tell us a story, and then tell us if you have any apps, and then we'll let the other two guys fill us in on what they did.
Well, the first thing I'll say is it entails all 7 stages of grief. Shock, then denial, then anger, then guilt, then pain and sorrow, and then finally a release and resolution, and there's a little return. The willingness to love came back.
Door has been traumatized. What happened?
Well, around 2:30 on Wednesday, I got a little bit bored. But I'll preface it with late Tuesday night, there was an update to Z4 Root. I was not fully rooted on my phone. I could not manipulate the system/app directory. So I wasn't fully rooted. There was a lot of things I couldn't do. Late Tuesday night, Z4 Root update. Early Wednesday morning, I ran it. Bang, I had full root once again. I was giddy. I was happy. I was like tippy-toeing down the aisle at work. And then I got a little bit bored, and I said, well, I know what I can do. And I did a little bit of reading because I was on help desk at work, and it was the day before a holiday, before Thanksgiving, so it was really quiet. So I discovered a Droid X specific application called Droid X Recovery Bootstrap.
That sounds scary.
Well, yeah, I guess I should have. What it does is you cannot truly root and re-ROM a Droid X. This application, though, says that it can heavily get you really close to that, but you cannot use mods like cyanogen and stuff from what I can read. So you have your ROM, Steve D has his new phone, Highlander and Timster all have the power to put anything they want on there. Jose had custom ROM. I mean, everybody was like making me feel left out. So I decided, let me pay the $2 to download this app. And I believe they charge $2 because they believe you're going to brick your phone and not have time in 24 hours to get a refund. But
did you read the reviews?
Yeah, but well, come on. These are guys that don't know what they're doing. I know what I'm doing, right?
So it had bad reviews is what you're saying.
It had mixed. It had very heavily mixed reviews. Horrible, didn't work, great program, best thing ever happened kind of thing. Very yin and yang. Okay. A lot of 1s and a lot of 5s.
Okay.
So I installed the app, sit at my desk at work, and it had 2 buttons on the front screen. One of the buttons said Bootstrap Recovery, and the other one said can't remember what the other button said, but I only hit the one button. And then I said, okay, I hit that. Let me see what kind of modifications this is doing to the bootloader. Hit the power button on the phone, power off, power on, saw the M logo for Motorola, and then the screen was black.
Oh, man.
And I left it sit there for an hour and a half, and it was still black. And then I started saying, no, this is no, let me just pop the battery, Put the battery back in, turned it on, screen went black. Tried stuff for a couple hours, screen was still black. Plugged the charger up to my phone when it was turned off. And I'm typically get a big battery icon on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got a big battery icon, but it had a question mark in it. So, and I had this happen once freakishly on my phone when I plugged it up. It said unknown or unsupported battery will not charge.
Okay.
So then I figured out, as much as I'm playing with the phone, I can't charge the phone.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what, I cannot charge it. So I'm under a timeline here. So I came home and I figured out I could get into the recovery part of the boot.
How?
Hold down home as you're booting it up, and then it gives you very limited options on the Droid X of reboot now, clear data and wipe cache, which is like a reinstall, wipe cache, and then the last option, run updates from update.zip.
Okay.
Tried to clear the cache, same thing. Tried to do the factory wipe, same thing, no better. So the factory wipe, in a sense, is not a reinstall. It's only replacing data on the phone.
Okay.
So like the master boot record, the bootloader wasn't affected. So I downloaded at least a dozen to a dozen and a half files that people said in forums would work on a Droid X. Download it, rename it to update.zip, put it on the SD card, boot to it, boom, boom, boom. Every time it said, invalid signature, cannot continue. So I do one of the things that I do fan-diddly-tastic, I am very confident saying, which is I went into the Verizon store with 2 kids, one in my arm, and acted really stupid. The guy said, "What happened?" I said, "Well, I'm here for you to tell me what happened." He said, "What do you mean? Well, what were you doing?" I said, "I did nothing. I went over to my phone, I picked it up, and it wouldn't react at all." And then I said, so I, took the battery out, and I put the battery in, I hit the power button, and it wouldn't start up. I didn't even say the word boot. You know what I mean? And the only thing I was thinking was, if these Maroons have the ability to look at my app purchases, they're going to see the last thing I bought was Droid X Recovery Bootstrap. So I'm just sitting there, standing at the counter for 10 minutes thinking, he ain't looking.
You could also say you thought that was a game. It sounds like a game.
Oh, don't worry. I've had many stuff planned. And he took the phone and he took the battery. I put the battery in, and he was almost like a jeweler's eyepiece at like one point in time.
Yeah.
Put it in his eye, covered up part of the phone, and looked really close at it. And I'm thinking, this guy doesn't know what the hell he's doing. He never once tried to replace the SD card, because my logic was they would have an SD card ready for the Droid X 2.2 version, slap it in, run from updates, here's your phone, get out of my store kind of thing. They didn't, which told me the stores aren't ready for this kind of thing. Okay, but I just kept sitting there acting stupid, and he tried to make small talk, and I just, acted stupid the whole time. Yeah. Oh, Angry Birds is cool. Saying popular stuff like that. And then he handed me a piece of paper and said, "We don't have your phone here. We're going to send you out one." I said, "Oh, when?" He said, "It'll be there Friday." Okay. And I turned and I looked at the piece of paper. It was a receipt. And down the receipt it had like 6 lines, and every line said $0, $0, $0, $0, $0. So I just turned to my oldest son. I said, "We're going to McDonald's."
Yeah.
Walked out of the store as quick as I could, went to McDonald's.
Steve, hey, Dor. Although I really appreciate you, before you turn that phone in, I really appreciate you sending it to me first to see if I can do anything with it. Unfortunately, I couldn't do much with it. Would you like to see it one last time before we let it go?
Okay.
There you go.
There you go.
Oh,
That's what good it
classic.
was too.
That's classic. All right, for those of you who aren't watching, our resident prop man has done it once again. Timster has a brick, an actual brick, and he wrote on it "Doors Droid X."
And
Yeah,
that's
it would
about all
actually
it
be
was
good
good
now
for.
to prop open my storage room door.
That's so awesome. You should sell them. I would buy one of them.
So now, here's one of the things. I got to put the phone back in the box and send it back to Verizon. Now, I really don't care if someone from Verizon is listening to this because my name is Steven with the V, McLaughlin, McLaghlin from Berkeley, California. You know, you can look that all then later, but something was scaring me. I was thinking, well, what if they get that other phone back? They look at it and they deem it was something I did, and then on my next month's bill, I get a $500 bill.
And you better hope not.
If I do, I don't know if I'm going to be able to be on the show for a couple weeks because my wife's going to have my butt.
No. You are giving them too much credit, my friend. Well,
that's what Highlander said.
You're in the clear here.
Yeah, I think you are.
What Highlander said, and it kind of makes sense to me, is they don't have the time. Right. They don't have close to the time to stop and look at anything coming in the door. They put it in a machine, reflash, repackage, get it out the door.
So it's not, you got a brand new phone then?
No, it's a reconditioned.
Okay. How's it look?
It ain't a brick. I literally just got it about 4 hours ago.
And what'd you do?
And the first thing I did was I loaded Z4 root and I rooted the song. The very first thing. And titanium backup and restore and APK backup and restore, neither of them loaded anything.
We lost Tor. Are you other guys with me?
Yeah.
Yeah. You froze.
It froze perfectly. All right.
Screen correct.
Door.
Am I still here?
You are now back with us. We missed you for about 10 seconds.
I can tell you this. Last time I was on the show with Timster, as soon as Timster took his phone and put it close to the camera, it was like so much was changing on the camera, the signal got dropped almost.
Really? That's interesting.
Yeah. So let me do this again.
Okay. Very cool. Lots of colors. I don't know what
Well, and it says error loading widget.
Oh, that's what it says in there. Okay. Door, we lost you again.
Oh, maybe he's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe he's got a point.
That's amazing. Every time Door puts his phone up to the camera, he goes away. Oh, he's gone now for good. Now, it's got to be his cable. All right. Timster, why don't you tell us what apps you have for this week? Cheer us up after that sad Door story.
No problem. Yeah, I came across this really cool app for technicians in the computer repair field or IT field. And it's a very simple app called Pinout. And basically, it gives you all of the pinout schematics for your HDMI, DVI, VGA, S-Video, your Ethernet, Cat5, RJ45, FireWire, USB, RCA jacks. So they'll come in handy for a lot of IT guys out there.
For what device does it show pinouts for?
For what devices? Well, it just shows pinouts for those particular connectors.
Oh, gotcha. I got you.
That's cool. That's really cool. I like that.
Timster, are you there?
You put him on hold. Don't put him on hold.
Door, are you there?
Yes, sir.
I got to call you back. Something got screwed up.
Okay.
The fuck? So, excuse my language, guys. All right. Conference. Add to conference. We don't want to have a freaking conference. Timster, I'm sorry. Something happened.
I've never seen you do that, so that wasn't you, I don't think.
Great. Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
I don't know. I'm telling you, every time somebody grabbed their phone and put it close to the screen, it's like the keyframes and the video gets messed, has to play catch up. That just doesn't do it right.
Yeah, that was weird.
It happened twice in a row.
Yeah. And I'm not doing it a third.
Maybe I'll do it. See what happens. Or maybe I won't. Steve will yell at me. After show.
Yeah, we'll try it after the show.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to put my phone up to the screen here in a minute, so
Wait, I was putting my phone up to the screen.
we'll throw
bunch
caution
of
to the
times.
wind
Well,
again.
no. That was when it failed last time, Steve D, when you were showing the fact that the A on the keyboard was no longer flush up against the side.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Timster, do you remember where you were when you got put on hold?
Yeah.
Actually, I'll play the recording and you could hear where you ended off. Here we go.
I like that.
Timster, are you there? Okay, hang on one second, guys. GarageBand preferences. Blah, blah,
What was the name of
blah,
it?
Blah 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 blah.
Pinout?
pin
I
out.
want that.
Mhm.
I want that. I'm getting that right this minute.
I
Yeah.
think I heard that.
For what devices? Well,
Oh,
it just
yeah.
shows
Oh yeah,
pinouts.
that, you got cut off right after I asked a dumb question.
Oh.
Okay, just take it from wherever you
From
want.
the dumb question.
Yeah. Here we go.
Just say it's dumb. That was dumb. Don't say that.
Here we go. You ready? And go.
So wiring pin out of the various for various connectors of the connectors themselves.
That was a dumb question.
Well, it's okay.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, it's a good tool to have for anybody that's in a situation where they need a quick reference.
I like it.
Very simple. Okay.
Wait
Um,
up, Timster. Sorry. I just want to take a look at that on the website because I didn't catch the name of it because I was just suffering through some technical difficulty. What's the name of it again? Pinout?
Pin out.
That's all?
PIN out.
All right. Go ahead. Next one.
Yeah, and my phone is filling up with apps. I have over 115 apps, I think.
Okay.
And I have the original Droid, so I don't have a lot of internal memory. So I'm constantly looking for ways to get anything and everything I can over to my SD card. I found this really cool app that makes it really simple. It's called App 2SD. And what this does is it pretty much takes all your apps, puts it in a nice interface for you, and it tells you exactly what apps can be moved over to the SD card, and it categorizes it for you. And all you have to do is press the on-screen app that it's showing you, and it'll automatically move it over to the SD card. And that way you don't have to fumble and go into your app settings or go into the app attributes or whatever and manually move everything to SD. Makes everything kind of quick and simple in doing that.
Did you get it on AppBrain?
Yes.
Yes,
I did.
App the number 2 SD, or how do you spell it?
Yep. I got a link in the chat.
Okay.
But it's app the number 2
Gotcha.
SD.
Okay, there it is.
And it works really good, man. I mean, it just simplifies things. I love simplifying things. It's awesome.
Oh yeah, that looks awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
Free up space.
Good app. Like it.
Yeah. Okay. A couple more things here. Okay. This one, Door Geek, I think you're going to love this. As a matter of fact, Door, I know you're going to love this. This is a live wallpaper. And this is hot off the presses, guys. This is still in beta stage. But what it's called is Doom. No, it's called Doom Live Wallpaper. And basically it's from the Doom guy. And I don't know if you could see here. It's kind of hard to see. But it's just basically Doom, a guy playing Doom, running as a live wallpaper. And
Oh, that's great.
Sweet.
I love Doom and the original Doom. And some of the settings, let me tell you some of the settings here that is included in this. Let's see. 1 second.
That looks like
Yeah.
very
You have
very cool.
sprite size, God mode, power-ups, drag and drop monsters, screen rolling, animation speed, select background, randomize monsters, and max monsters. So there's lots of apps for for this. I mean, lots of settings for this app that's still in beta. So, and I love it.
Does it drain your battery?
Of course.
But it's still fun.
Okay.
Yeah. The one I gotta say, I'm liking this one. The one thing I gotta mention though, AppBrain's algorithm for like apps on the right side, related Android's apps, like halfway down the list, it has Hello Kitty live wallpaper.
That's
Oh,
related to
wow.
Doom.
I don't think it's related.
That would be cool if Hello Kitty was in Doom. Wouldn't it be cool?
Yeah, be a boss.
Yeah.
A boss.
Yeah, that would be real cool.
Boss.
That's awesome.
Hey, I got one more app here, and I must say a disclaimer here for all of our protection. So here's the disclaimer. Podnutz nor its affiliates will be responsible for any tragic or gruesome event that may occur during or after the use of this Android app.
Oh, shoot.
Podnutz, including Steve C., Steve D., Door Geek, Timster, Lotfi, Lalo, Jose, Highlander, Acidburn, or any other members is not affiliated with the Forthwith app and do not necessarily share the views, times, or dates of said app in any way, shape, or form.
Damn.
Okay? With that said, and this app is called Death Predictor. And the very first thing it says is, ever wonder when you'll die? Death Predictor can predict within 18 months.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay, so
Did you
I didn't
do yourself?
I didn't even install. I mean, I installed this app, but I didn't run it. So if you guys feel free, if you want to run the app and see when you're going to die, just
This may be a test of one's, like, I don't know, resolve. Like, you say you run it and you see that you're gonna die soon and you cave in and you get freak out. Like this might snap somebody into living life to the fullest. Is what I'm saying, and not necessarily trusting this app. What I'm saying is don't let it get to you. That's what but I'm not gonna do
that's
it.
a good spin on that, Steve.
Thanks. Thank you.
I'm installing it right now.
What do you have
I
to do?
wanna know.
What do you have to do? Answer a series of questions or something, or
I don't know, man. I'm not running it.
is the icon for it like skull and crossbones or what?
Yeah, it is.
It is.
Yeah, I think. Let me see if I
Dude,
got.
this is like a freaky app.
Yeah.
I don't know
Is
if
that
we
it?
should install
Yeah,
this.
there you go. Nah. Yeah, just the icon itself looks.
Okay, I'm not going to install that. Forget
That's
that.
what I'm saying. But I don't know. It's just, hey, we're app addicts, I have to explore all apps.
I agree. I think it's neat to present. Let's see what people do with it. And thank you for your disclaimer there at the beginning.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. That might actually come in handy.
Let me know when you're going to die, Dor.
I will, because I'm gonna party really hard before that. Real quick, Timster, I don't know if I told you before. The spec track light,
Yes.
catching ghost. I gotta say, the short game, it is the perfect size radius of my job and my job's parking lot. So when I want to take a break from work, I walk out my door, hit a quick game, which is 15 minutes, which is how much of a break I get. And then I walk around catching ghosts and catching presents. I can't stop.
Hey, Timster, do you have any more apps? No, we lost Timster. I guess not. I guess when people are done, they just go. They just go away. Yeah, that's right, Timster. He found out. Oh,
He should have ran the app.
This is the curse of that app. Just people dropping off the face of the podcast. All right, Steve D, it's over to you. Hit us up.
Okay,
Hit us up with some maps.
You know what? I'm gonna see the best for last. Start from the top. Well, I was driving today, and I saw at the side of the road stormtroopers. I thought I spiraled into some parallel universe where Star Wars was playing, but it turns out that it was actually real Star Wars, and they were from this universe, and they were promoting the Droid Pro. It looked like, at least, I'm pretty certain. And they were walking around on the side of the road, and I thought it was great. And then I drove into the country, and I saw ducks and all various chickens.
Wow.
So I had my trip into I had a trip today, and it was like an acid trip. The next thing I saw, which I thought that was kind of interesting, and then I saw something on eBay that I thought was looked pretty neat, and it was it's actually some decals for so you can show your Android love. I'll post the link to and I actually purchased them, and they came from China. I'll put a link in the chat room there of the picture. I took a picture with my phone, and they're pretty neat. I put one of the decals on my laptop. Looks pretty neat. Nobody knows what it is except for me.
Where did you show us this before? Nuts at Night?
Yeah, after
Okay.
show.
Aha. These are neat.
Yeah, aren't they cool?
So you got these. You already received them.
Yes. That's the
awesome.
picture after I opened them up.
You know what I would do? You see the green one on the right? These are just little pictures or stickers of the Android guy, by the way, guys. I would take the head off of the one on the right and put a picture of your head on the Android robot. You know what I mean? You know how the top part of his head is separated from the rest of his body?
Yeah.
I would cut that part off and then put a sticker of your head on top of the Android body. I think that would be a cool thing to do. It'd be personalized Android people. Okay, it's stupid.
Also, it'd be a little narcissistic to put a picture of myself on my own laptop.
What are you gonna do with the stickers?
Stick them all over the place. I don't know where. Probably on computers and my laptop and a few other places. Who knows where? Probably all over my car. Who knows? When I get in my new car finally. It's been like months. I'll probably get a new car real soon.
Damn, I want one of them.
New to me. I shouldn't say new.
Right.
But so that's and actually, you know what? A while back, how many episodes ago it was, I was talking about Dropbox.
Yes.
And how you can multi-select. They did an update, and you can multi-select different images. And then I said, oh, you go into your gallery app. This is what I said, and then you click this, you click that, and then you're able to select multiple pictures. And everybody's going, I can't do that. I can't do that. Well, it turns out after I got my new phone, I realized that gallery app that I was referring to, that it came with the original Droid, but doesn't come with the Droid 2. And I was really bummed because the gallery app that's a part of this phone is terrible. It's just a piece of garbage. It looks like something somebody coded up in a day. It really does look, or less than a day, a few hours maybe. It's just not intuitive. It doesn't make much sense. There's very few controls. So I actually looked through the market, and I actually found the original app, and everybody can download it. It's actually called Gallery 3D. And it's by Rayman50, one word.
AppBrain? Is it on AppBrain?
I would expect it to be on AppBrain, but it's definitely in the App Store.
Oh, there it is. Gallery. Okay, so this is.
I just typed in gallery, and I found it.
Nice. There it is.
It's really, really good. I highly recommend it. It's a very simple download. There's no there's no getting to know it. There's no real learning curve with it. You just kind of play with it and you'll figure it out. One of the quick little tips I have for using it is to hold down your finger on one of the pictures, and then it'll give you more options like multi-select and things like that. Also, one of the really nice features of this app is that without even messing with the settings or setting up or adding accounts and all this other crap, it just seamlessly works with it your Picasa account. So if you have multiple accounts or multiple not accounts, multiple folders or albums with your Picasa account, it'll upload all those so you can view them. Of course, you need an internet connection to do that, but don't we all? So, but now one of the really sweet benefit things about this app is that you can actually use it with Dropbox. All you have to do is go into the app and do a multi-select. So you go into the gallery app, you'll see your different albums. One of them will be the album called Camera, probably for all phones. I'm not certain though. And with that, you look in the album, and the pictures will all be in a nicely tiled out. And then what you're able to do is multi-select each picture and then choose to share. There'll be a little option for share or settings. I think it's click on one of the two, and then you'll have a whole bunch of options. One of them is being text messaging, emailing, and also you'll see an icon for Dropbox if you've installed it. And then you can just immediately send everything to your Dropbox, and you get to choose the folder in your Dropbox to dump all those pictures to.
Oh, cool.
and it because Dropboxes work so well. I mean, these pictures get, I mean, they get sent instantly. It's so quick. It's actually takes. It seems to me it's almost a shorter period of time than plugging in your phone because, you have to look for the wire, find the wire,
Right.
plug the wire in, then choose the. Well, that's actually more effort than it is to do this. So
Right.
I recommend it this way for people that want to continuously pull their pictures off their phone.
That's very cool.
Especially if they're really nice pictures and you want them backed up immediately. Like on a vacation or something, you're like, oh my God, I definitely don't want to lose these pictures. Well, throw them in your Dropbox and they'll be backed up right there. That's kind of nice. And so I'm going to save the best for last. And this is William from William in the chat room from Gem State Computers. He showed me something in there. He said this is this is from me because he knows that I'm going to be. He knows what I like. There's something you can buy. It's like a little device, and it's like a little controller. It's called Game Gripper. For everybody out there, if you search on Google because the site isn't a normal site. It's not like GameGripper.com or something. Just do a Google search for Game Space Gripper, and what it is, it's like a really, really small, thin, little controller for video games. It would be perfect for emulating Nintendo and Super Nintendo games. I'm gonna buy one of these definitely, and they're pretty cheap.
And it works with phone?
Yeah, apparently. If I clicked on. What did I click on here?
Works with an Android phone? Oh,
Yeah,
I see.
click-
Stupid ad.
Click buy now. If you click buy now on the left-hand side of the website,
then you'll buy it.
It'll show you the phones that it supports.
I see. They have it on this one for the Samsung Epic. That's pretty neat.
Droid 2 N900 Moment Devore Backflip, and I think that might be it. Well, except for what you mentioned. This is really cool. This is not my find.
Is it Bluetooth?
I guess. I don't know.
I don't know. That's what I can't see how it connects. But I know it seems like you have to have a physical keyboard.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. It looks like it snaps over the keyboard.
Oh, it's just no. It can't be that easy. It's just a piece of plastic that's pressing down keys.
That's
on
what
your keyboard.
I think.
That's lame.
Is it really?
If it works.
I don't think
the
that's
top
lame. I
picture.
guess you say that because you don't have a
okay.
keyboard.
All right,
That's right. That's why it is lame.
It is. You know what? I don't think that's lame. I don't think it's lame. I think it's still cool.
I see.
Honestly, I think it's cool because something is needed to make it more intuitive. Yeah, if you click on the header, you'll see it actually literally snips right on top of it.
Yes. Now I see the picture. Yeah. Okay, so it snaps over the keyboard.
Love it.
Yeah, I see. Yep. Okay. But you know what? I still think this is really great.
I think
I think it's perfect.
Yeah, you and Timster just love it, don't you?
Oh yeah, I know you. Well, yeah, you can't use it, can you?
No.
Not at all.
Indoor, like
No. And here's the thing that hates me, that I really hate. There's a game in the App Store. It's completely illegal. Sorry. And it's called 80s arcade games, I believe. And I can't play it because it says very clearly, no touch keyboards.
Oh,
There you go.
Interesting.
There you go.
I took it out of the store.
Was that the best for last, Steve?
that was the best for last, and that wasn't even my find. That's William from Gem State Computers.
Good job.
And he
William.
also says it has really great reviews.
William, what do you have? The Droid 2? Or does he have a Motorola Droid? Nobody has these new Samsung Innate phones yet, whatever they are. Something Innates. Yeah, he's got the regular Droid. Okay, cool. How do you like your Droid 2, Steve, by the way?
It's growing on me. There's a few weird apps in there. There's definitely some different like widgets and stuff. But so far I'm liking it. It's a little. It gets a little. It was definitely a little bit of a learning curve with some of the different things.
It doesn't.
But,
You don't sound overwhelmingly happy with it.
It's very similar. It's so similar. It's almost like the same phone as the regular Droid.
Yeah.
I don't really see the difference.
Okay.
It's got a faster processor, I believe, doesn't it? Yeah.
It doesn't seem faster.
Really? Oh, that's good to know
Yeah.
then.
Huh.
I'm going to hold out, man. I'm going to hold out till what's around the corner.
Rudy.
I think you should hold out. it just didn't blow me away. But I love the phone a lot, just like I love my other phone, the original Droid. So the difference between the Droid 1 and the Droid 2, or if you want to call the Droid 1, the original Droid, not much.
If you can have a brand new Droid 1 and a brand new Droid 2, which one would you pick?
I think I'd pick the Droid 2 first.
Okay.
It's got more than the other one, but I wouldn't have motivation to upgrade. And the only reason why I upgraded was because I broke it.
Right. By the way, we have to, William, you got to come on the next show, man. You know too much about droid stuff. You're on the next show, whether you like it or not. Let's see here. Any more, Steve, or should I go?
I guess you know what? I'll make an announcement. I kind of feel guilty that I mentioned this really early on, like a while ago, but it's something that I was personally doing, and it was the Google Voice. I was using it. I was advertising it. I was using it as I put it on my freaking sign above my building. I'm getting rid of Google Voice. I had a customer come in and said, they come into my shop and they go, "Hey, I just called you. You didn't answer your phone." I'm like, "Come on." I'm like, "Of course I didn't. I'm sitting right here next to. I had a friend over in the shop. I'm like, we were just sitting here. The phone did not ring. They walk in the shop, put the phone on the speakerphone, and dial my number, and it goes, and it gave an error message.
Oh,
so then before they left, now people have been telling me that this has been happening, and then my customer she left, but before she left, I said, "Try my number again. I just want to see. Just do the same thing you normally do," and she did it, and it rang through.
Wow.
So how many people are calling me? This is like, so if I put this number on and start really paying for advertising for my number, how many people are actually dialing the number, not getting through, just shrugging their shoulders and moving on to somebody else?
Even if you don't do real advertising, I mean, yeah, that's definitely got to make a change.
And here's the killer part of it. Nobody will know. I will never, ever, ever know that that's happening. And that's why it's been so long since I've done something about it. Because I will never, and nobody will ever know. Nobody will know how many times that's happened.
Right.
For people.
And Steve, I'll back you up on that, man. I've had messages that I never knew I had. It wouldn't pop up till hours later sometimes.
That's happened to me before. Text messages for me. And also, but it's also, since it's an error message, it goes before voicemail. It goes before everything. It's just like, it's a call cannot be completed as dialed message.
Wow.
And now, I mean, doesn't say this number's not listed. That would be really, really bad, because people would think that I would think that company's out of business if I dialed that number, especially a very, very small business like mine. But it's still, it's unacceptable for business.
Well, then your email must not be working either, because we never hear from you on email. So that must be, just so you know, that must be broken.
He's mad at me because I read an email and didn't reply.
Dude, you never answer your email.
It must be broken, Steve. We're telling you now, your email's not working.
All right, I'm working on it. I promise.
That's funny.
Ouch. But yeah. So anyway, so everybody out there that advertised their Google Voice, you know what? I'm in the same position, and I'm really sorry that I mentioned it, that I was doing it, but I got burned too, and I wouldn't mention something like that unless I was doing it or believed in it enough to do it myself.
I don't know if you owe really an apology. I mean, it's like a free service, had all these great features. I mean, who would know? Who could know? You know?
Yeah, and I would have, if I knew that it was really. I mean, originally I wanted to get rid of it a while ago, and I thought I was having that problem, but I thought they were ironing out. I looked in the Google Voice, like the technical. They have a technical forums and stuff like that where you can bring your problems in. But the problem is, how do I know? I mean, I have to know the customer's number that's dialing, how they're dialing it, whether 1. And then this area code or not, and what times they're calling. I need to know all this information. Yeah. How would I ever know that? It's an error message that they're not getting through. Yeah. You know, they're not telling me all that. They're not going to give me all that information. You know, so it's a tough one to figure out. And I don't think I thought they were going to iron it out in a couple of months, and they just haven't. So it's just not good enough. Not for business, you know, for fun and everything, and personal phone calls, great, you know. Yeah. But I think at least it's going to be easy to migrate to another phone number, because all I have to do is just stop advertising the other one. You know, it's still going to forward at least, you know. But I'm just going to just start giving out a different number, change everything, even my sign above my shop. I got to change.
Well, here's really something I'll throw out there. You might want to give your cell phone number away, because if you're like me and your cell phone dies, you don't want to go 2 days where you can't get any calls.
Yeah. Well, I
Yeah.
have. Well, I'm using my primary number is gonna be my business number that calls into my office, and that I can forward. So it's like a Vonage, or it's specific. I had Vonage for many years. I switched to the cable company, and no real reason. I still love Vonage. Vonage is still really good. It was a little less expensive, so I went with them and give them a shot for a little while, and I can forward it. So I can forward it to any number I want on the fly. So if I could say forward it to my wife's number, or phone number or anything.
Cool.
I can forward it to a cell phone. I mean a hotel room if I was away, you know. So it's pretty neat.
No problem. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, Dor, I'll get to your apps in a sec. I want to do just one real quick one here. I didn't forget about you, by the way.
Okay.
Did I ever mention dictionary.com as an app? If I did,
I think you mentioned it on Nuts at Night.
Okay, I have to edit it out if I did. But that's all I have is one quick app here. I found that it's really important going through life to know what things mean. And if you don't have a dictionary, and who the heck carries around a dictionary, you know, it's lame. You could look up on the internet words that you don't understand, but just having a quick little app that's got a slick interface, dictionary.com is like my go-to dictionary. And there's an app for the Android phone. It's cool. I use it. And it gives it kind of gives shorter definitions and go into straight to the site. So it loads quicker. And that's pretty much it. Dictionary.com is what I use. It's a cool app. All right, Dor, what do you have?
Yeah, I'll just say, don't be fooled by the other dictionary apps, guys. This one is actually like official. Like when you type in to Google define and then a word, this is where it forwards you to.
Yeah, there are other legit dictionaries on the web, like Merriam-Webster and some other ones, but dictionary.com is like for me anyway, it's the right level of definitions. I mean, it's not too wordy, and it's not too simple like children's style. So that's what I use. And I'll tell you what, I look up everything now. I've been looking up everything. If there's a word I don't understand, I look it up. And you become your vocabulary becomes bigger, and you feel smarter when you do that. So that's my little action I've been doing lately. All right, Dora, go ahead.
Well, after rooting my phone, I need to feel smarter. The first app I want to talk about has to be completely illegal, because in the app market, on at least AppBrain, there's no official site link even. So it's like these guys don't want to be traced apparently somehow. It's by a people called 3D Studio, and they have a whole bunch of games out, and maybe they all violate copyrights and stuff, but this is called 80s Arcade, 80S space arcade. I would really like to be able to buy this app, but I can't. You must have a D-pad and a physical keyboard, it says. And the games include Frogger, Rally X, Donkey Kong, 1942, Karate Champ, Kung Fu Master, Track and Field, and more. Requires 10 megabytes on the SD card. And if you look at the screenshots, these are the real games.
Love it. Thank you.
It's like they took a emulator, enclosed it tightly, and they packaged quote unquote official games on there. It's only $1.99.
They have a license for it?
Hey, they can't have a license for it.
Okay.
I would doubt it, but it's been proven many times over that I don't know what I'm talking about, so I don't know. I don't know, but they have a lot of games, and they have stuff like Duke 3D. They have X-Men stuff, like a first-person shooter X-Men game. Looks like a Doom.
It got bad reviews, Dor.
I don't care. It's games like Track and Field. Karate Champ.
Reviews?
Karate Champ was
reviews?
great.
Who cares about reviews? It has Track and Field. Who cares if it doesn't work?
Well, and see, the reviews say like no
controls, and
controls.
Yeah, right. So that's a bad review because it basically says you have to have these controls.
I would think you would have to. And if it has over 1,000 downloads,
Yeah.
It's at least been around a little while. And it's, 24 hours, return it if you don't like it, and you're perfectly fine.
Gotcha.
The second app I wanted to mention, I honestly cannot remember if I mentioned before or not, Steve. But real quick, I'll do it very slowly. On my phone, I'm looking at Death Watch, and it says system temporary down. So apparently they died and they didn't know it.
Damn.
But I'm going to keep it on there because I want to see what it asks
All right.
for death predictor.
If it tries to like take blood or something, then I would be very scared.
Yeah,
Like
if they ask for a sample of blood.
Yeah, a sample of blood. Like, take a pinprick of your finger and hold, when you see blood, hold it up to the camera lens. Like something
maybe
like that.
Maybe it can work in conjunction with the heart rate monitor.
You're right.
Right.
That's crazy.
Maybe
it can do like that laser surgery where it cuts knife. It's like becomes a laser cutting knife. Anyway, go ahead, Dor.
Oh, I gotcha. The next thing I want to talk about, I've only used a little bit. I believe it's very new, even though it already has 10,000 downloads. I still think it's new, and I think it's going to grow and get better, more full. But this is a home screen replacement, and it's called Net Front Life Screen. And the one thing I wanted to talk about it real quick was you do not have to root your phone at all to run alternate desktops, I call them, because this is a computer and your main interface is often called a desktop.
Ooh, this one looks pretty sweet.
This is a desktop. They call it home screens. What I'm going to do next week, I'm going to come just loaded with a whole bunch of different home screen replacements, just telling you one or two lines about them. Bang, 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 bang. Because on my phone alone, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, not counting the default.
How's this one?
This one, when you have over 200 apps, it takes a little bit of time to load, but it is very smooth. My only hang up about it is this. It's not geared towards large app installs because that bottom part of the screen, that's a ring. And you can only put 2 custom applications that I know of in that ring. That's a quick, easy access. But I got to say, the apps that are integrated in with that ring shine. They shine. They're golden. Because when you go to an app on that ring, above it on the right screen, it will give you quick options, settings, or modes of that application. If you go to the settings, you'll get a very pretty screen up and down that will tell you like Wi-Fi settings, GPS settings, so forth and so on. So you can change them right there. You don't have to, jump around through a bunch of hoops. Since my phone is basically fresh, there's a couple of them I basically can't show you because it's kind of useless. But settings, it is really very nice. I know it's hard to see, but you basically can scroll up and down through them, and it's just right up in your face. You don't have to go dig through a lot of menus to find what you're looking for.
Does that ring spin around like when you?
Yeah.
How do you do that? Wow, that's awesome. It's like a.
You just drag it around.
Whatever.
And to get to the other screen, you just go on the top and slide over. And here's my only other gripe about this screen is that the application menu is not full screen. It's only half of the screen, and you only get 12 applications at a time. Then you have to rotate the cube.
It's badass.
I know. It's very nice. If they had a filtering mechanism or a category mechanism, I would like it more because I have over 220 apps. But this, to me, is well on its way to being one of the best.
Yeah. I like it.
I really am a big fan of it. Custom, I still like as my alternate one, but it just crashes so much. I can't suggest normal people to use it, or I think we'll start getting hate mail.
That sucks. Well, hopefully they fix that.
Well, what I'm doing now, I'm making it a point of every time any application crashes on me, I purposely stop what I'm doing and I make sure I send the report to them. I want them to know their app is acting up, and I want to know people are using it.
And yeah, exactly. It's good that you do. It's really good you do that. Tell them also that you're talking about it on a show and that they better fix it fast.
Well, that's what I did twice. I don't like pushing around weight because I weigh too much. But for certain apps, I think that's what they need. I hate saying it like that. And just one really super quickie. I mentioned Outdoors Trail last week. Open source Zelda-ish type RPG game. I'm really upset at myself because 4 hours or 3 hours before showtime last week, he did an update. Ever since I've ran that update, the game has not crashed on me a single time.
Okay.
Not once. You can go to code.google.com/p/Andor's Trail. You can download the entire source to it yourself.
That's awesome. This guy is pretty cool. He seems like he's pretty cool. And, he sent like a list of things that you could assist. Like if you want to help in the creation of this game, the creator is open to that. He needs help. So Door's going to create some digital waffles and plant them in the game somewhere.
Well, that's my secret goal, is to have like a power waffle hidden behind a lily pad or something, and like if you eat it, you have God mode for 30 seconds or something.
Power waffle. That's great.
That's the goal. But in reality, I downloaded the source code. He had to instruct me on how to open it up properly, and I might as well have been reading Hebrew. I honestly consider myself a fairly smart fellow. I do lots of coding, but this is totally alien to me, and I don't know how much I'm going to be able to help with the coding aspect of it. So I'm dedicated to socially and on his website contribute with like documentation and just talking about it, spreading the word about it, because open source games, I think their biggest issue is not getting enough publicity.
Good man,
They
Dor.
can be good.
Good man.
That's a good point, Dor.
Yeah. And just last quickie, NetFront, the makers of the of that fancy looking desktop, they also make a browser that I just gotta mention real quick about. It's just called browser, first off. Nothing fancy. Okay. The interface to it is very vanilla, nothing fancy at all, but it has two things about it that I really like. Let's go to a normal page real quick on my screen. Let me make sure we can see this correctly. I just got a new phone. I don't know how much it's going to represent in this better load. Okay. I don't know if it's going to work right, but the screen is actually smart to the point to where when you rotate, it can partially rotate.
Okay.
Let's see if it will do it.
Keep going.
See, it
would have
should
done it by
partially rotate. Yeah, I don't have the rotate option.
Seriously, that's pretty cool.
Wait a minute. I don't know if you can see it. It's doing it, but it's really hard to see. So you can literally hold it at an angle, like laying down in bed, and it will always be perfectly level.
Is awesome.
Now, the second thing that it does that I think is really cool.
Oh, wow, man, it's so neat. That's pretty neat.
Now, the second thing I think that's super cool is it has a button down on the bottom right-hand corner, which is a pair of scissors.
Right.
I seen this in a browser, like maybe Firefox a year or two ago. It's literally a pair of scissors. You click it once, and then you can draw a box around something, and it then turns it into a web snip that's saved like a bookmark, but it's literally a snippet of the page. So if you only want to, capture one little part, all you gotta do is go back to your bookmarks, and then you slide to a side. I can't remember which side it is. Maybe it's that side. And then right there's my scrapbook, and right there is my little snippet, and then I can see where I cut around.
I see.
And I saved it.
That's awesome. That's all. Is that all part of NetFront?
This is their browser. This is not a full-featured browser. There's many things that's not available that's in other browsers, but it has a niche. I'll say that. It's definitely cool.
Okay.
And this company, I didn't know this. They make, besides the home screen, besides the browser, they make NetFront Life Documents Pro that I believe you can use with all Microsoft Office documents. It looks like they have a free and a paid version. Free, I believe, is browse only. The paid version, you can open and edit Word, Excel, PowerPoint.
Damn.
And it's only $1.99.
Wow. That's pretty awesome. It beats buying Office.
Anything beats buying Office.
Yeah, I agree.
Cool. Hey, have you guys played with the Galaxy Tab yet?
No, I wish I have.
I did. I played with it today. I was in Best Buy.
No.
Yeah, I went to Best Buy for Black Friday just to join in the craziness. And after I found a parking spot, I finally got in there, and the only thing nobody was looking at was the Galaxy Tab. Now, I mean, that's just because, you know, people go in and they go, I want a laptop, and they just run over to all the laptops. But, like, the Galaxy Tab is, number one, overpriced right now, and number two, it's kind of new. Nobody really knows about it. But I got to play with it. Man, I really like it. I really like it. I mean, in my opinion, the iPad is too big and heavy. I mean, if you ever try to hold one like with one hand, you just start to get tired. This thing's slick, man. It's small. You can hold it with one hand, and you could type. You could hold. What I like about it is you could hold it upright and type with two thumbs on it. You know how you can't really do that. It's hard to do that with your Android phone, where you actually hold it upright and get two thumbs on it. For me, it's difficult. The Tab is big enough that I could hold it upright and still type with two thumbs on it. And I played Angry Birds on it. It's got a beautiful screen. It's snappy. It's smooth. It's just like the phone. I mean, it's just like a high-powered phone, you know, with a fast processor in a little bit of a bigger form factor. And it's not real heavy. It's because it feels a little plasticky. It's not like metal backing or anything like that, as far as I know. But I really enjoyed it, and the apps are cool, and it's something I would even put widgets on because there's enough screen real estate. You can put widgets on it. It looks good. But I mean, it's $600 if you don't get activated with one of your with a carrier. If you get activated with a carrier, it's $399. So still, that's way too expensive. It's way too expensive.
Isn't it like three? Wait, what's the screen size on that? Everybody's asking.
7.4.
7.4. And what's the battery life like on it?
I don't know the battery life. Don't know.
And do you know the what's the monthly charge? Isn't it like 30?
Well, you'd have to get the data plan on the whatever carrier it is. So you could, if you bought it for $600, there's no monthly charge. You just use Wi-Fi.
Yeah, that's not bad.
But
24 by 600 screen.
A little pricey.
Yeah, it's very pricey. It's not worth
It is.
$600. It's not. But then right next to it, there was a tab device called it Intuos. I think INTUOS or something like that. Oh, we lost Steve D. And so I picked that up because it's the same form factor as the Galaxy Tab. Started playing with that. And it was like $300. I'm like, oh, this can't be that bad. What a piece of crap! It was just pure crap. The screen, you had to press so hard on the screen to make it do anything. And I started typing, like, just, you know how you touch type on your Android phone? You just go real fast and you type and the screen registers it. I typed like fast. It didn't register one letter. I had to stop and go and push each letter down physically. It was just a piece of crap. So
what size screen did that have, Steve?
It was around the same as
really.
It was like a
Galaxy. How much did that cost?
$299.
$299. Okay, well, you're getting what you pay for, I guess.
Not even. I mean, that's
yeah.
That's something that reminded me, like, Kmart.
Justifies the price difference, though. I guess.
The price difference. Yeah, but it also made me realize you pick that thing up and it makes you want to buy the Galaxy Tab. That's how bad it was. But I liked the Galaxy Tab. I mean, you know, some reviews are saying this thing's useless, completely stupid, blah, blah. I like it. I really like it. And I actually put it up to my head to see what it would feel like if it was my phone. But it doesn't have a speaker at the top of the screen, at the top of the device. So you can't really do it that way. You'd have to just be on speakerphone the whole time. But I did really like it. And it was snappy and smooth. And
so you can use it like a phone then?
I think you could. I can't remember who told me. It was Door or somebody told me you can use it as a phone if you get the your carrier, a carrier, right?
Well, no, here's the thing. Since it is a device on the 3G, 4G phone network, it technically does have a phone number. There are no phone features enabled by default. You can hack it, root it and hack it, and put a dialer on it, and then use the Bluetooth headset and use it as a phone.
Oh, okay, Bluetooth headset. That's how we were going to do it.
Right. And here's the thing. Supposedly right before Christmas or very shortly thereafter, they are going to have either the Samsung Tab without a data plan, Wi-Fi only, or Samsung is going to release a second tablet that is Wi-Fi only.
You know, if that thing's like $250, I would buy it in a second.
Well, and I'm pretty much right there with you, but I honestly, from what I've seen of the Samsung Avate phones, you know what I mean? Those screens are friggin' gorgeous, and I can only imagine how good a 7-inch screen would look. And that's where, I mean, honestly, I can almost see them justifiably saying 300.
Maybe 5.
Yeah, see, 5 is too much. But I gotta say, even the phone I saw, I like my phone. I still like my phone, but it looked clearly better than my phone.
Right. The next to it was a Dell Streak, and it's weak because it's a pretty nice device, but the operating system is weak. I don't even think it has. I don't even think it has 2 point anything, does it?
No.
No.
I think it's 1.6, which means to make it functional or usable at any degree, you have to root it.
How could they possibly put that thing on display with that OS? I mean, come on, Dell. Jeez. You know, other companies maybe like freaking GenTouch or Insignia or something.
Right. Well, that's the thing. I mean, we've been dealing with these really subpar second, not even third tier manufacturers putting out these products.
Right.
And if you're really antsy, you would get one and you might find a way to deal with it and put up with it. But the real second and first tier companies are only right now in the very beginning of putting their toes in.
Right.
I'm sure in the next month and a half, we're going to see more than a couple quality tablets. And that's when they're going to start doing price wars.
Good. I can't wait.
I pray.
Because right now, Samsung is taking full advantage that they have the only kick-ass tablet out there.
Yep. Wouldn't you?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what I would do. All right. What else we got? Anything else, guys? 'Cause I think we're going to wrap up now, unless we have any last-minute news.
I'm just happy I have a functioning phone.
Good job, Dor.
The Android market is going to have a rating system now.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So
ESRB type ratings.
So they do care about. So they do.
Teen, and mature.
So they do care. Oh, a rating system. I see.
Yeah, a rating system. Yeah, all the app developers have to rate their or tag their apps with a rating.
Yeah, by November 31st, or they're not going to be on the market.
Good.
Yeah, and I gotta say, there's new market changes coming. I hate it because they kiboshed my AppBrain Fast Web installer. So now, if I see something on AppBrain, I have to click install, then go to my phone, load AppBrain, and say to install.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Anything else, guys? Timster, Dor?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to reiterate real quick. Rooting your phone is 100% safe.
Yeah,
it's what you do with it that makes it not safe.
Thank you, Timster. Dor will not learn.
Oh, yeah, I won't.
It's okay. I think it's a good thing, Dor. Hey, Dor can be found at door-to-door-geek.com. Anything else you want to plug, Dor?
Door Geek on Twitter. Now that I have a functioning phone, I'm going to be more active.
Good. Timster, where can people find you if they would like to communicate?
Twitter, TIM31405. It's kind of strange, but that's where you can find me on Twitter. TimsComputerFix.com.
Sounds good. Steve D. Oh, we had him for a second. He just went away. You can find him at smdcomputer.net, and you can follow him on Twitter at I can't remember his Twitter name. SMD Computer?
SMD.
Oh, SMD Steve. SMD. Okay, there. Good. He's here. All right. SMD Steve on twitter.com/SMD Steve. And that is going to be it for Android App Addicts for today. Thank you guys for watching, listening, streaming, whatever you're doing, and we will see you next time.